So I just got into Los Angeles. I flew in from Santiago, Chile last night, and I got a text message from a radio talk show host. And he said, hey, do you see that video about the speed tape, the lady putting the speed tape and freaking out? Can we call you in the morning and talk to you about what was going on and what that means and what happens? And I was like, yeah, sure, if you want. The first time I did a radio interview, I didn't really know what was going to happen or what it would be like. I just said, okay. So this is what it's like on my side. You know, you've seen me do like radio talk shows live in the studio. That's obviously totally different. And then when I'm doing something like on a layover, I've done it for TV interviews and radio interviews where they've called me to ask me about different things. This is what it's like on my end. They told me, the producer said around 8:45 to 9, they're gonna call me. I've woken up, I've had my breakfast, it was free. And now I'm gonna wait for them to call me, and then you're gonna see what it looks like on my side. I don't know if they know that I'm gonna do this, but you're gonna see what it looks like on my side. They're gonna send me actually the video, so you're gonna see kind of both sides in studio on their end, but what it's like on my end while I'm hanging out and waiting for a call to do a radio interview. This is him calling now. Hello?
You up?
Am I up? Yeah, I'm up.
Hey, it's Rick and Dina D-Rock. We're not on the air yet. We're going to record this, so it'll play at like 10 after 9.
Okay.
If you want to listen back to yourself. But I'm ready to record our cameras as well.
Okay, I got my camera going as well, so I'm going to record you guys. You're recording me, I'm recording you.
We'll have full accountability on this show. All right, that's great. It's so nice to have you on. Thanks for always being willing to go on, man. You know we really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'm happy to do it. You guys are great to work with. You guys make a very comfortable environment for a guy who doesn't know what he's doing talking on the radio, so.
Oh, no, I don't know that, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start the bit. We're going to play that, and then I'm going to introduce you. Kelsey, he has a YouTube channel, 74 Gear. You must watch it, and we need an expert opinion, and this is ours. Here's our aviation expert, Kelsey. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
Z90. Hey, Morton.
It's Hey Morton, and we came across the TikTok that when I heard this, I thought, you know what? We need to get an aviation expert on the phone to answer this for us. This TikTok is a woman sitting on an airplane getting ready to take off, and they are putting duct tape on the wing of the plane. And here's what she had to say.
And this is the exact reason why I don't fly with Spirit. I don't care if it is aviation, airplane tape, or nothing. The fact that you even have to tape the plane together, and then you're doing it while people are on the flight like we cannot see you. That's the reason right there that I will not fly with Spirit. Now, Southwest, I can do. But Spirit, no, sir. After a while, that's going to need a fresh new coat of tape. That tape going to lose their stickiness. You flying all around the world and you got tape holding it together? Baby, no. Don't even worry about it. I won't be booking with it.
Yeah. She sounds like D-Rock used to work with a woman named Inetta the Mood Setter who was like, I quit this bitch. She sounds just like that, doesn't she?
Like her,
yes.
dude. Yeah.
So Kelsey is a 747 pilot. He has an amazing YouTube channel, 74 Gear, which you should subscribe to because if you want to know anything about aviation, he'll give you a straightforward answer. And watching him roast people on TikTok.
Oh, it's awesome.
That are authorities on aviation, even though, you know, they're like a 17-year-old influencer.
Right.
There's maybe nothing more satisfying. He's on the phone with us right now, our aviation expert, Kelsey. Welcome him live on the set. What's up, man?
Hey, guys, what's going on? How y'all doing?
Really good. Where are you right now? Where are we talking to you? I never know.
I just got into LA last night. I flew in from Santiago, Chile.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, fancy.
On some level, I always think he's a spy. I know. I'm like, you're a spy. Get out of here. Flying around. All right, so you heard that audio. What is your take on that? People duct taping wings. Is that safe? What is going on?
So, I mean, it's not duct tape. It looks a lot like duct tape. It's called speed tape. It just looks like duct tape, but that's not to hold the plane together. I think they were taping by the engine or right by something like that, right? So there could be maybe a crack in the casing. Not like the engine itself is cracked, but that casing. So I guess the easiest way to explain it is like, think of like a race car. If you have a race car and you were to, you know, take off all the plastic around it or the fiberglass that's around it, the car would still operate fine, but it wouldn't be as aerodynamic.
Right.
That casing that's around the engine or whatever it is that they're taping, they're taping it like that with that speed tape to prevent it from possibly getting any worse. But they don't remove that thing because now the plane is a lot more or a lot less aerodynamically efficient. And so it's not going to perform as well. So the fuel efficiency isn't as well. So that's why they tape it, just so there's no additional stress that's happening on that possibly small crack or whatever it is. But there's no, it's, she's banging on Spirit, but, all airlines have the same, and I get it. They just have that reputation for, just doing everything super cheap. But every airline's got the same requirements as far as for the safety of the flight. It's not like, oh, this is a cheap airline. We don't care if those people die. So yeah, just go ahead and tape it up together. So all the airlines are going to have the same rules that they have to follow. So she's saying she'd fly on Southwest, but not Spirit. But I guarantee you Southwest has done speed tape at some point.
It's the lesser of two evils. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
But when there's speed tape on the top of your in-flight snacks, you're like, you know what? These are half-eaten peanuts.
This is gonna stop.
That's all right. Yeah.
Okay, but how long is speed tape going to be up for until they fix that crack or problem or issue?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a mechanic question, to be honest with you. Usually that's going to be something that they're going to put on there until it gets to a maintenance facility. So these planes, if there's something like that that's cracked, let's say they're not they could be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they don't have a big maintenance facility there, and maybe it's in Dallas. So they'll put that speed tape on now, and then it's going to Dallas, and maybe it will stay overnight in Dallas. And once it gets there in Dallas, they'll notify the people ahead of time. So they'll start working on getting that part or whatever it's needed. So that way, when it gets there, they're able to just swap it out real quick. Sometimes you'll see a plane, they'll have an engine casing that's a different color than all the other engines that are out there. And that might be the scenario. They had a casing that just didn't have the paint on it, or they borrowed it from another airline, let's say, just to put it on there so they don't have the speed tape. So
Anybody got the part?
and it sounds crazy, but that happens. They'll call around. I've had it happen with me where there's something broken on one of our planes, and they'll either take it off of another plane that's in maintenance, and they'll run over and grab it off of that plane and put it on our plane, and it has to all be documented. And then there's been other times where I've heard of, another airline has the exact same plane, and they'll run over and say hey, can we use that? Or they have that exact same part, and they'll loan them that part for a day until that part comes in so the flight can go out. That happens.
We're talking to Kelsey. He has a YouTube channel, 74 Gear, and the reason he's an aviation expert is he flies around the world on 747s. And if you follow his channel or his Instagram, 74 Gear, you'll find out very quickly that he knows exactly what he's talking about. So we're grateful to have you here. If you are getting ready to fly on a plane and you sit near a window and you see some kind of activity on the ground, what should worry you? Because obviously, if you don't know what to look for. I'm imagining a guy banging on the wing with a hammer is bad, right?
Yeah, that'd be bad. Especially in flight. If that's happening in flight, then it's really time to be concerned. So
that's called drugs.
The other thing people got to realize when they see these things going on, realize that the pilots that are up there, if they didn't feel it was safe, they wouldn't be going, right? So if
they don't want to die.
Yeah, I'm not trying to die when I'm going to work, not for what they pay me, So in that scenario, the mechanics obviously are going to tell the pilots hey, we're going to speed tape this small crack or whatever. And a lot of times they'll take a picture of it so that we're not having to climb up on the ladder or whatever. They'll take a picture hey, this is what's going on. We're putting the speed tape on here. Then it goes in this log book that's recorded. Hey, this is the exact maintenance thing that was done, and the pilots get notified of it. So if there was something that was unsafe, we would know about it. We wouldn't be going there and doing it if we didn't feel it was going to be safe. We wouldn't go fly.
I have a question. Can anybody buy speed tape? Where?
What are you entering a 5K?
Yeah, what's going on?
You're trying to tape yourself up and run faster.
This tape,
Are you running so fast? You need to tape something up.
Aerodynamic.
if this tape is that durable, it could hold a plane together. Why is it not sold at Home Depot?
It's not holding the plane together, Adina. It's not like they're wrapping it around like a Christmas gift.
It's not Gorilla Tape.
There's crack on maybe it's like they're trying to reduce the stress of that crack continuing to grow by putting the. Think of it.
Have a crack? I would love to cover it.
When you get stitches or if you have a cut that happens and instead of them putting stitches, they push your skin together and then they put tape over it, right? To kind of.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of like holds it together. So both sides of your skin are kind of holding it together. So they're using both sides of that, let's say, engine casing, and they're putting that on there so there's no additional stress to it. So that's why they put so much on there, so that way there's no additional stress, so that way when it gets to a maintenance place, they can do it. Now, if you show up and they're wrapping your whole plane like all the way around to hold the whole together,
Like a
all right,
gift.
well, maybe it's time to be concerned. But
All right, Kelsey, we sure appreciate having you on. 7-4 Gear is the channel. You must go and subscribe to it. I promise. All these questions will be answered.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
channel.
Great.
Yes.
It's great.
If they're using painter's tape, that's a problem.
We are in,
Yes.
yeah, we're in trouble.
Yeah. Kelsey, thank you so much.
appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Take care.
Cool. That's great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are great. I'm telling you. You guys do a great job. It's fun.
So can I buy it or?
Yeah, I don't know where you'd even go. I'm sure you go buy it somewhere, but I don't know. I've never actually touched speed tape. I've never held it, so I don't even know. I imagine it's pretty thick, but they use it on a lot of like military helicopters and stuff like that. They use it for everywhere. So you can, I'm sure, get your hands on it, but I don't know what it would.
Walk around Harbor Freight looking.
Yeah, I don't think they're not selling it at Home Depot. You know, I'm sure, and I'm sure it's wildly expensive because it's they have it rated so it can go 400 miles an hour or whatever. So they're gonna charge a lot for it for sure.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much.
Hey.
For going on. I really love it.
Absolutely, Rick. I'll talk to you soon, man. Take care.
Hey, when you're
Oh.
back in town, let me know, and we'd love to have you in.
Dude, when I came into LA, the weather was so bad they had set San Diego as the alternate airport. I was like, man, if I get a San Diego layover, then I would hit you up. So it's kind of funny that happened, that you called me or you texted me yesterday. So
Yeah. If you do end up coming to San Diego, text me if you feel like you have time to come in the morning and do a bit, because it'd be so fun to have you in, and we'll turn the cameras on again.
all right, sounds good, man. All right, I'll talk to you soon, Rick.
All right. Take care.
All right, bye. That's what a radio interview looks like. Both sides, it's front and back, and then the part obviously where they're playing the music and all that stuff is what the audience hears. So now I know what it looks like behind the scenes. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, keep the blue side up.